Does it sound
like a multi to me?
I'll bring the milk for your teas, man.
Sounds like a cup full of tea.
Sounds like a cup of
There is no way I'm trying to do a tea for you, man, and have myself cussed off on TV.
What? We have to drop it.
He don't drink tea, innit? I wouldn't trust him with drinking tea.
Oh mate, can't supervise.
What?
Can't supervise.
What is tea? What?
Yeah, he's making it in the microwave.
You're making it? No, you're making it in the kettle.
Americans actually do that though.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
You know they don't have kettles in America?
What's mad?
They have the stove kettles, but they don't have the ones you plug into the...
Oh, that's dead.
Yeah.
Why
Apparently
not?
it's something to do with electricity, like we've got better voltage over here.
Are you
that
serious?
We
Is
can
that
heat
what it
up
is?
a kettle, yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's why they like put it in the microwave and shit.
Oh, bro, Americans are so dead, bro.
Remember?
That's why they drink coffee. They don't really drink tea though.
Remember when we were in Croatia, Quill? When
Yeah.
you were dying for a tea, and we went and bought.
Oh my god,
like
was that bad back then?
Yeah, back in Outlook.
What did we buy?
We had to buy the stuff that you put in a tea strainer.
Oh
And we
yeah,
were trying to,
I
like,
do
make
remember
it
that.
work.
It was awful.
Look.
Fuck, your memory's so good.
I was worried about trying to make you a tea. So you take your own bags out, you make some milk. I'm
Bags.
not. It's alright, you guys take it. Just move these microphones.
I'll take bags out like I'm making my own tea.
Let's make one. Look.
Cheers, let me.
That's actually
Might as well
wow.
do it.
You're better than me.
Oh, you trusted me, yeah?
I take bags out like I was making my own tea.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's why I don't battle. Too much material on me, man.
Yeah, man.
Are you doing
Because your battles are PG.
tips?
Yeah, I realised I didn't work after. Put them in a bag like Tetley.
You'll catch bags dunking in liquid that's turned brown, like tea.
Now bags is in hot water.
Ooh. You must have a bit.
No sugar for me. I'm sweet enough.
There you go. That's good. Welcome.
Oh, is that what?
Welcome. That's a wrap. Episode 6.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
The big tea discussion's been happening. I thought it was the part
A little bit
one.
more witty.
Oh, come on.
Alright, go on then. Give us a tea.
Give us a
Oh,
tea.
no, I haven't got one now. It's too much pressure.
Bottled it.
Bags put the
Bottled
kettle
it.
on.
You're not
Yeah,
going anywhere. Bags, put the kettle on.
I had to. It's the first time I've put the kettle on for Quill and I was fucking scared.
Yeah, you. To be fair.
Well, of course we've done a good job. I brought you your own device to get rid of the tea bags and the milk. Well, it's a bowl. Episode 6. What's going on with you? It's been a while since we've sat down.
There's loads.
Yeah.
Have you seen my Instagram? I was rapping on a
Oh yeah.
paraglide. I was rapping in a.
You're like the battle rap equivalent of like extreme ironing.
Who filmed that?
Huh?
Who filmed that?
Me, bro.
With a GoPro.
GoPro, bro.
Wow.
You should hire me.
How
man.
mad is that? Huh?
That's the type of thing I would do.
No,
You should
shit
hire
my
me.
pants. You know, because in my head when I'm doing it, I'm thinking, all right, you just, because obviously you got the instructor, right? And I'm thinking, oh, you're in the air and that, but you don't actually think, actually, I have to run off this cliff.
Yeah.
So
What did you do?
I got
Paraglide.
Bungee jumped.
No, it's like,
Paraglide.
paragliding.
Oh, shit, I didn't
Yeah, man, I got up there and I was like, oh my day. I actually have to, you have to run off it. And I was
Yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
I didn't prepare for that. I was all calm until I got up there and I was like, oh shit.
It's weird, isn't it?
What are you attached to?
Yeah, the hang glider.
just got the
Oh, what is that,
things.
boat?
No, it's
Oh.
parachute. You just run off a cliff.
Yeah, just a
And
parachute.
you're just holding it like that?
Yeah, bro, I'm up with the birds and
No.
that.
I
That's
did-
like rapping, isn't it? It's on my Insta.
I did it in the Dolomites. Do you remember that North Face shoot?
What's
Yeah.
Dolomites?
The Dolomites is like a mountain range between
But are you attached to it
Switzerland
like
and
by
Italy.
wires?
Yeah, no, it's parachute. You run and you just run off the
I
cliff.
didn't know you could have to run off it.
You have to run off the cliff.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Like,
so
in your head,
you
you
just-
think, oh, I'm with a guy, but you don't think, well, how do I actually
Yeah.
get in the
Oh,
air?
you with the guy?
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
guy
Yeah,
attached,
yeah,
you're
with a-
attached to the
yeah,
guy.
Yes.
Oh, that's alright then. Yeah.
But that's
You
still...
either got to like do it off your own accord. Because I don't think I could do it. I would
No.
like get to the end of like the parachute would go
Yeah.
down and I would just go down.
It's
No.
the same for parachuting. You just got a dude on your back.
Yeah, that- I
Controls
could
of
do
it.
that.
I've done one of the ones from the boat before. Fucking
Oh.
shitting myself.
Oh, that's
That's
not
one of
you
the
at all.
worst things I've ever done.
not you
I
at
was
all.
like young at the time. I was probably like 18, 17.
Oh man.
I thought it mean younger. Maybe it was 16. Because obviously when I was in Egypt,
Yeah.
and I did it with Angus, and I never do that. I hate rides. I don't like roller coasters. I don't like
Yeah.
any thrill-seeking stuff.
Serious?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
hates it.
hate it. Like honestly, it gives me so much anxiety. But I've done it here and there. Like,
Yeah,
Every now and again, I get like. Do you remember we went on the slides in America?
I was going to say, it was like these ones,
That
isn't it?
slide was fucking peak. I hated it. That was
you
one
did
of
it,
the-
though?
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
But every now and again, I actually do it.
the funniest
but I
thing is
fucking
we're
hate
all
it.
going off on slides here. Just catch Freddie and Big T just chilling in the lazy river. We'd all go on these
Nah,
flats.
Yeah,
Oh,
literally.
yeah.
Just
I
in
was
the big
cool
T.
in the lazy river
No,
with
Big
Big
T
T.
fighting all the wave machine, like
Oh, yeah.
that fighting.
Get out of here, Chill Surf! Get out of here!
Oh yeah,
Chill Surf coming at me! Oh,
yeah, we
love
were
you,
fighting
Big
the waves.
people
No,
don't know
we
what...
should have to call. We should call in Big T for one.
Oh, well,
Yeah, we have
100%.
to,
yeah.
I was trying to holler at him when I was in America last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 6. Episode 6,
Is it
lots
6?
happened. You've become the first person, I believe, in history to rap on a paraglider.
I think so. Otherwise, prove me different.
You've
That's hard.
you've become the first person to unretire from battle rap 100 times, is it now?
Yeah.
That's
58.
that's an achievement.
Sick.
Yeah.
I
I never retired the last time though.
You didn't,
Yeah.
Nah, not really.
Still.
Just packed it in for a bit.
but you came back.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
Good man, like riding a bike really. Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt like nervous.
Like your ass got a bit sore after a while, like the first time you're riding. No. Okay.
What?
No, when you ride the bike for the no.
Got
Okay.
seat-
No, that's you must be running a different kind
Because
of
you
bike,
take the seat off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was alright. It was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. I was nervous. I was proper nervous to do it, but yeah. I think once it's sort of like once you're there in front of in the lights and you just in that moment you sort of go into your own little like. You know, your own little world, and it's like you never really
I
left.
rang
and
you just before.
It is
didn't I?
always
It was a bit-
nerve-wracking. I've got a question for you actually, because you've done a lot of battles. Well, both of you have really, but I found like no matter like how much time you take out, it's always just as nerve-wracking before a battle. Or do you think it gets easier?
I'm always like really confident, but then like just before it, I start to shit myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm always like when it comes to it, I'm like I'm really confident. Even before it, I'm like I'm gonna be really confident. But
Yeah.
when those literally like that 5 minutes where it happens, I'm like, oh shit, why am I getting really nervous now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't change.
That
for me,
doesn't
though.
change,
Yeah,
no,
I
I
think
don't
like
change for me,
yeah.
no.
But I think
Like,
that's
I can be
healthy
fully
as well,
confident
right?
in my material, but like the moments before a battle, like it's just like you're just so nervous.
Arsehole flapping.
Well, not quite that. But.
Well, all right. But I guess like what something that I'm interested in about you, Sam, is like, are we doing Sam or Art?
Whatever you want, mate.
Sam. Also, only two people that I've lived with from battle rap
That's true.
together.
Wow.
What are the downfalls of living with me? What are some of the negatives?
How long is this episode gonna be, bro?
I just need to hear it. Come on. Now we're here and we're together. What are some of the negatives of living with me? I can take it.
Well, you don't have to
let's see
make
if there's
tea
any.
for a
Let's see if
start.
there's any crossover.
There might be crossovers.
It's like I feel like it's like the two exes talking. I don't know. Maybe it's got the laundry springs to mind. Maybe just countless bits of laundry like on the clothes.
We had
rack, really.
separate laundry baskets, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you hung up your.
But the
clothes
washing
in-
machine,
yeah,
when
yeah,
you just go there, it's just like.
Oh yeah, you do a
laundry.
lot of washes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, a
like-
lot of small washes.
Yeah,
he
but
doesn't like
it's
save
like-
up like the bulk and then do it all together,
I
which is
sweat a
the
lot.
sensible way.
I sweat a lot.
He does it like daily, just like
Right.
chucking in everything in there. It's
I can
like
only
constant finding the time to put
Wow.
the clothes in the washing machine.
This is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of washes. It would be just like, I just wore that jumper over the top of the t-shirt for 2 seconds. I better wash it.
I'd sweat a lot. I'm a
Yeah.
stinky boy. I don't
That's
mean to be.
craziness.
Anything else?
I'm just saying, you know, like maybe spread out your washes, so like
Yeah.
bulk them up first and then do a big wash all together because you've got enough clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I do have quite a lot of clothes.
So yeah, that would be my one critique.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
bad to be fair.
I think
That's not too bad.
I think
We
living
were
with
very
both of these
easy.
guys, I had two years and 2 years, best 2 years of my life.
Wow.
They can only remember of the laundry, so
I feel like this is
There you
leading
go.
up to you telling them about everything you hated about living with them. but
No, we're not
this
going
is-
there.
I've actually never argued with Sam or Fred.
There you go.
No, it's true.
12, 15
We
years
had a
of
lot of
friendship.
heart to hearts.
No heart to hearts. Never had a single argument. Actually, you got angry at me once.
When?
One time you got angry.
You were
at
in
me.
lockdown together. That's crazy.
No,
You got angry.
Yeah, we were
that might be
not-
like the first.
Fred got angry with me
only
once.
time ever.
When?
One time, I used to feel like a bit of a skivvy driving around for everyone back in the day.
Oh yeah, I was at that Moore's
You were
Biscuit,
living
yeah. That was
together.
time ago though.
What happened?
But yeah, so I used to have to drive around a lot. We went to Liverpool. We were staying in a hotel, and I was kind of pissed off.
I was
because,
in. Was I with you?
Was
in
I
Liverpool?
with you as
I
well?
don't know.
This
That
is
weird-
don't
I
flop.
was
In that
with
weird
you.
Citroen Cactus
There's a
thing.
picture
Was
of
that
Don't
Peugeot
Liverpool.
207?
No, it wasn't. It was a.
It
We
was-
rented a car.
I
to go
was
to
Oh no, it
Liverpool.
wasn't that. It
It
wasn't
was
Yeah,
all of
that
us.
then.
That's why there's a picture of all four of us. We went
That was
there.
a different Liverpool.
Ah.
That was good though. When
That
we
was the
stayed in the
football
little
bars,
flat.
Ah, the football bars.
This was what year was that?
Oh, it's
again?
way back. It was you and Pedro and Mickey. I think it was like way
Fucking
back.
hell,
old
it sounds like
days.
a fun journey.
But we like, I'd kind of got annoyed with driving everyone around all the time, and I kind of just wanted to get home. It was long having to drive, and I said to Fred, "Look, be down here at 7 a.m. Otherwise, I'm going to go." He apparently was down there. I didn't see him, but I just left. I get 100 miles down the motorway, and Fred called me pissed.
I was pissed.
It's the only
I
time.
would be pissed off.
Yeah, that was my lift home.
I got 100 miles away before he called, so
You
I don't
shouldn't
think he
have
was
left.
there. I was
Thank
wrong.
you.
I did say there was other
Nah,
stuff.
my
There was
friend-
other-
no.
Wait, you left friend
You
in
left your
Liverpool?
friend in Liverpool.
I forgot about it, to be honest. But
Yeah, that's the only time that we've ever had.
That's the
Chris
only
Wells,
time.
That's a stinker.
We've never fallen out. The only time I was annoyed at you was when I had to go do the job for the Marines in Vegas, and then you came in, like, had to get
Don't
up.
tell me you left Ark in Vegas.
No, well, I had to get up at 6 a.m. to go to the airport. At 3 a.m, he comes in pissed like, "Yo, bags!" Just like kicks in my door. I'm like, "Sam, fuck off! I need to go to sleep. Sam, please go away." Sam, he's like, "No, come on, bags, come on!" And I was like, "Sam, please get out. I need to wake up to go to the airport." Anyway, he fucks off. I can't go to sleep. I go back to sleep. And I wake up at 7 a.m. and I've got to be at the airport at 8:30. So I just get up and run out of the airport, sprint the whole way, run the whole way to the airport.
Where's Joffy in there?
Bear's
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine.
Anyway, I get to the airport and they're like, "Oh, you can't check in your bag. You're probably not going to make it." And I was like, "I've just got to leave my bag with you. I've got to go." Ran to the concourse and the flight had been delayed for 2 hours.
Oh, that was a touch.
I turned
Nice,
up to
nice.
meet the client from the Marines, the project manager, everyone just pissing with sweat.
Yeah. I've had that happen before and I was late for a flight. I thought I had to interchange to pick up my bags.
Yeah.
And then I was waiting for ages for my bags, but they already sent it through. So
Bags
then I was
don't pick up you.
I was literally running. That's a flight to America.
I for real had 2 of the best years
He's
of
in
my life
Detroit.
in both houses. Both of them were fucking great. They were movies, man, for different reasons.
Which was the best?
Oh, I'm not gonna. I can't say that. I can't say that. That's both the
You're
exes.
the cameraman.
Oh,
Am I in shock?
Don't worry about you. You're in shot. Do you want me to double check?
No, I'll trust you.
I'll double check. You don't want you to be out of shot.
just see his like kind of face and nowhere near me.
Yeah, you're in shot.
Oh, okay.
You're in shot. Don't worry about it.
Okay, nice close up of your bollocks there for everyone.
Oh, it's all right. I cut.
They're really expensive trousers.
Oh, did you notice? Oh, just a little something.
Oh, you
Little
got those
Alexander's
lovely
sweet. Yeah, I got them as well. Yeah,
Do
probably
you?
copied them off me as well.
Did you? Wow.
Yeah.
All right. I got given the jacket.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
All right. Fine.
Are we allowed to say what you did while I was away, or is that kind of top secret?
Oh, you can if you want.
I mean, you can.
You can if you want. I just.
Because I've seen pictures of you with A-list celebrities.
Yeah, my life hard, you know. It's always been quite strange. I think I took up a contract 6 months ago working for a record label that had recently signed Patrice Evra's talent, and I've become creative director of all of his content and all of his output online, and I was travelling, making different films around the world.
Fun.
So went to Formula One, did a big piece there, went and did a documentary in Ghana, and then went to the UN to start a documentary series and to do a speech on ending child violence worldwide. And yeah, it's a project I'm super excited about. Weird though, had some weird times.
Unique.
I don't know if I can share much of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
I don't know how much I can share.
don't know if I can
Patrice Evra punched me in the balls pretty hard.
Oh really?
Oh, he punched me in the balls really hard. That one probably can't go.
Elaborate.
Yeah, elaborate on your balls, please.
We were in this place. I was like, we should film it like this, and he was like, no, absolutely not. We should film it this other way. So I took Julio, my cameraman, and went and shot it separately and showed it to him. And he was like, yeah, you're right. That is good. And I was like, I told you I'm right, man. You need to give me my respect. You're too arrogant. Just punch me in the balls.
No
is
way.
What accent was that though?
It wasn't.
How did he say it?
You're too arrogant. No.
And then like, wait, out.
Oh, it got me good.
hard,
It was one where the balls go right back inside you.
feels
It's
sick.
difficult. But yeah, great, amazing project. You know, I like doing stuff that has like a bit of social impact. Football's lost to me. You know, I don't like football. But everything else, really fun. It felt like one long episode of Would I Lie to You, with just bizarre things happening left, right, and centre.
Yeah, but everything was true.
Everything was true. I could use a lot of these
Yeah,
on Two Truths and a Lie. I'll save them.
yeah.
My Two Truths and a Lies are crazy. I could have. Well, we should do that later.
2 truths and a lie.
Yeah.
Have we got? Are we doing that?
Not now.
I'm just gonna start brewing.
You brew.
Yeah.
You brew.
Brew.
More importantly, brew.
Is
You're not
it
gonna-
non-alcoholic beer brew?
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah,
I feel like it's like.
Thank you. You want to? Cheers.
Cheers.
Perfect. Moment of silence.
This might be the.
Go on.
it's a moment of silence. So I just thought, this might be like the weirdest episode that we do because we're just we don't because normally it's just so like maybe not structured, but I don't know because
we've never been structured.
You made no effort because I was coming on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, what I was actually trying to talk about probably about 10 minutes ago before we ended up getting a bit confused was you're probably one of the only people that has been in battle rap through every era, or just you've seen it grow from day dot, right?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Do you want to tell us about like where you started off with it?
Yeah, started off when I was living in Norwich, did a bar called the Light Bar, or Sonic it used to be called sometimes. Yeah, we used to do stage battles, sort of.
But I didn't know the club, I know the club, not the night.
Yeah, this was when, after 8 Mile got released.
Big time.
After 8 Mile got released, they started doing 8 Miles, they called it 8 Mile style, like battles at this bar.
On beat?
Yeah, on beat. That's how I started battling, I suppose. Yeah, I was doing like open mics and stuff before that.
Or was it freestyle as well?
Yeah, a bit of freestyle.
Freestyling on beat, I mean, like.
For the battles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. You didn't know who you were battling until you were like on stage. Do you know what I mean? You would just be like just throw you on stage and be like, you're battling this person.
Yeah, I mean it's an odd one, but is there any bars pop in your head from back then, or is it so far back?
I can't remember really. It was
they weren't even filmed back then, weren't they? So
I think they were filmed somewhere. I don't know if the footage is anywhere.
Yeah.
But Sensor was about. Yeah, Sensor was about there, and there was a lot of Americans because I think a lot of the there was like big American Air Force bases up there.
Yeah.
So a lot of Americans came up, and a lot of the crowd were Americans. So you sort of felt like you were like.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Really did feel like 8 Mile.
Yeah, it was wild. They were like, most people were American. You battled against.
Yeah. Was there anyone that's like gone on to do anything that you battled, or
from there?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely nothing.
No. But there are some people who are now probably Hollywood A-list who have once tried to call you out to battle, right?
Yeah. Oh, that was at Spin the Mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riz Ahmed called me out. Yeah.
Back when he was Riz MC.
Who's Riz Ahmed?
You don't know Riz Ahmed?
Riz Ahmed he was
famous
in
actor.
he's in loads of stuff.
Nightcrawler, the Night of.
Oh,
yeah,
he's the actual one who did the.
The Sound of Metal.
Okay.
He's like one of the most famous actors.
Yeah, he's a brilliant actor.
I think I know who you mean there.
Riz Ahmed. He started off as
you battled him.
No, he tried to.
No, he called me out. It was like Spin the Mic was a format. He sort of.
Yeah.
Spin the Mic was a format. You basically there's like 16 MCs in a circle. It's sort of like spin the bottle, but spin the mic.
Right.
So then the mic would be there, and he'd point to me. Then I would spin the mic round, and say it lands on Freddie. Then all of a sudden it's me versus Freddie.
And I've got a DVD.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that.
Do you actually?
Yeah, I've got a DVD. I've got it here.
Yeah.
Oh, joke.
I've got.
It was like 2005, I think.
Yeah.
Was it 2005?
Yeah.
Was that? No, it was 2006. I think.
2006. Yeah.
What was it? Presents? Bald dude.
Presents was hilarious.
Because they did the American one as well. No?
Yeah.
They did.
That's where
they did the American one and the
Sullivan.
English one.
Yeah.
And then the winner of the English one was what's his face.
Yeah.
And he flew out and he battled Ilmac. Yeah.
Now I heard a little rumour somewhere. This could be completely wrong, but Jump Off. Part of the reason they started going was around you or around like the street battles that were going on. Did you get involved with Harry and Ara early to start what the street battles were, or were they already kind of doing their thing?
Yeah, so this was like mid. So we've been doing. I was winning all the battles up at Sonic for ages. I used to win pretty much week in week out, unless one time like the Americans just brought loads of people on. Or I think Sensor might have won a few, but I pretty much would win most of them. And then this is when sort of like Pro Green was big around the jump off scene, and INC and Saint and trying to think of any other names. Rocky. Remember all those?
Yeah, what's his face?
Was
But
Possessed
I'm
involved
thinking
yet?
more like.
No, Possessed was much later.
Yeah.
And then
MC. I know he's not.
Gin MC.
Mike Assassin.
Mike Assassin.
well, that was the first one. So
Yeah.
Mike Assassin then was on the first street battle.
Yeah.
So which was Mike Assassin versus Saint up at Trafalgar Square.
Trafalgar
And
Square.
I remember watching it thinking, wow, this is the sickest thing
Yeah.
I've ever seen. And then because it was just like so raw, do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
There was no like there was none.
That was my
No
introduction to
fanfare.
all of it as well.
all the street battles.
yeah.
It was crazy time, man. It was
Yeah.
like, and then anyway, yeah, we used to then, and then there was like a number, so we rang the number up, and it was a guy called Scouse, Ben
Yeah.
Scouse, who's now Dave's manager.
Is he?
Yeah, he manages Dave, and he
Mad.
managed Tinchy Strider through
Mad.
the big Tinchy Strider
Mad.
thing. When Tinchy was in his heyday sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Top
Yeah,
East London rating, man.
Yeah.
yeah, through all that area. Yeah,
And
so
he was the guy that hosted all the street battles back
yeah,
in the day.
Benny Scars.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a dope
It's your
guy.
boy Scars.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Dope guy, man.
Yeah.
A proper dope guy. And then so then rang up the number and then went down. I think like the next day or something and battled Mike Assassin in Chinatown, which was crazy.
Was that the first one?
Yeah, my first one I done on camera for Jump Off.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think Saint was meant to battle English.
Yeah.
On
So
the
at this
same
time
day.
when you're like battling him in Chinatown, is that then starting to become written, or even then you're still kind of
No,
turning
no,
up
not
freestyle
at
still?
all.
Yeah.
No.
But you'd have
It's
like a
forbidden.
few,
Yeah.
but you would
Yeah,
have
you
like
would.
you'd have like a few ideas in your head. I'd be
you're
like,
grinding that.
yeah, you look like Gus from Albert Square or something like that. I said that.
People used to say like, "Oh, that was good, but it was too written."
Yeah.
That sounded
Right,
too.
Yeah,
written.
it was crazy.
Has to be
And it was a diss. It used to be a diss.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
someone
yeah.
was doing too good, you'd be like, nah.
Yeah. That was a
right
classic.
in.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah,
classic.
There's this
right
one.
Yeah.
For
What's
biting.
Oh.
Whenever anyone was biting, you'd see like Saurus in the background. Go, That's a bite.
Really?
Yeah. Go back and old photos. Trust me.
Fam.
The other one was funny. Smelly breath.
Smelly breath was a classic,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Oh, no, it's getting too close.
Yeah.
So Bob, we used to do that. It was oh, that's wild.
I've seen it.
I
I've never
didn't
seen
know
that.
that one.
Biting.
I
I've
didn't
never
know
seen
that
it.
one.
I've seen it. Confirmed.
I want
What
to
is
see.
it? Is
Bring
that
that back
crocodile?
to a
Bring back biting.
Bring back
That's a
biting.
bite.
Anyone
That's a
cats a
No,
bars.
that's wild.
That's
Trust me.
hilarious.
Brighton and
Maybe
Barton.
it's Scribble Jam or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, that's what happened. So we're doing the street battles, and then Saint was meant to battle English, and then the Saint didn't turn up, so I battled English. Then straight after that, and then it just kept going,
Yeah.
and then it kept like a little like league of it, and battled loads of people, man. Press One on there, battled What's His Face,
Yeah.
Rain, battled.
I keep thinking, what's his face? He's trying to think of what the guy's
Yeah.
name is.
Oh no!
Still going now.
Yeah, What's His Face?
It's the
Yeah,
second time I said that, I'm
he's
thinking, who?
Legend.
Oh yeah,
Legend, yeah.
100%.
But so
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
you've probably been asked this loads of times. Like, how did it feel going from Sonic to like street battles to suddenly being in New York?
Oh no, it was even madder because on the street battles, and they started playing all the street battles on Channel U.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, like you were like, so you
Yeah.
were like no one. But Channel U it's not before the
It's huge.
internet.
Yeah.
Everyone just used to watch Channel U.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There was like you had there was nothing for other people and our like that people that were interested in that like or grime or
They need to
or
make
any
a
of
doc
that
about
stuff.
it. He died, didn't he? Gareth, the guy who started.
Did he?
Channel U.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
I'd love a doc to be made about it. 'Cause as you said, it is like the original kind of YouTube in a way.
It was only
Yeah.
became
It's where I
Channel
saw,
AKA.
like,
It's
It's
where
where I
Now it's
saw
got
like
the big one.
Paradise by Kalashnikov and fucking
Yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
saw all those early UK music
And
videos.
fucking
And
crazy
all the grime
folk
shit,
song.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, Pac-Man, Rick.
But loads of people got famous off Channel U. So like.
North Music.
Yeah.
And Dubs
North
from there.
Wheezy.
North Wheezy.
Anthem.
Yeah.
Anthem for people from Northwest
Yeah,
London.
let's go.
Roll
Roll
D.
D represent.
Roll D,
Roll D.
Tiny Temper,
Yeah.
Tinchy
Chipmunk, Tinchy Strider.
And suddenly you're on a channel
Nah,
with all
not
of
Chipmunk.
these
Chipmunk
people.
made it from Westwood, really, innit? That Westwood freestyle, remember?
No, but he was
No,
on.
Channel U.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
that's
Yeah,
it.
maybe you're
He
right.
was- but Channel U was still going when Chip was about when
Yeah,
Chip
Yeah,
started.
yeah, he was. And Chip
But I
did
think the
shit.
Channel U early
Yeah.
days probably wasn't. But
Yeah.
I got a 3 yard, man.
Westwood
That's a
Earns.
lot, man.
the 3 yard
I
tune.
see my man.
Do you remember that 3 yard? Who was that by
3 yard,
again?
man. Aggro.
Yeah, Aggro 3 yard. That's
There
a
was guy, do
Channel
you
U
remember,
classic.
do you remember Twistman or not? There was a guy called Twistman, Journeys.
Do
I
you
remember
know-
Life
I can't
Journeys. If you
remember.
know about Life Journeys.
Do you know
Yeah.
Westwood made
I
me a
might
ham
know if I
sandwich?
heard it.
Westwood made you a ham sandwich.
Yeah, Tim Westwood made me a ham sandwich.
I need to know
Oh,
more.
that's fucked.
Do you remember when we... Well, yeah, I know.
You
it's
know
not-
what? I
It's
don't
not...
need
It's
to
not...
A lot of people have.
Yeah, I
bet.
was trying to.
We filmed like battles at his place once. And,
Oh,
like,
is that the ones that are on the?
Yeah,
they're
the
on
actual
YouTube
studio.
still,
That
right?
was Sharon and Marv One.
No.
that was
We did
different.
Unan and Impact. We did some battles and stuff down there. And what people don't know is that location is in a old people's home,
We're in Hammersmith.
Fulham Broadway.
Yeah.
But it's in the old
I
people's
thought you like
home.
younger,
Hammersmith.
but you're saying it was older.
It was an old person's like home. It's an elderly. Oh right, that's what you're saying. It's an elderly community.
Yeah. With all the records in it.
Yeah. No one's bums it out. There's like a photo that hasn't aged well of me or Tim.
I went to one of his like crib sessions things.
Yeah.
He put. I remember like, 'cause I used to listen to Westwood like religiously Friday, Saturday night.
Yeah.
He was like pouring me a Coke out of one of those like flimsy
That's
like plastic 2 litre things into like. He goes, hey man, would you like a Coke? I'm like, what the fuck? This is crazy for me.
So he did a similar thing to me. Apart from he was just like, oh, do you want anything to eat, mate? Do you want anything to eat? And just brought me a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
And then like the funniest thing was I was filming intros with him and like.
Did he butter the bread, by the way? I just feel like he's one of the
did
guys
butter
that
the
will
bread.
give it to you.
No, it wasn't dry.
Bread,
But nice layer of mayo, nice layer of mud. It was good.
Decent.
For whatever he's done, good sandwich.
Fair play.
But it was hilarious. I was still treating it like it was don't flop.
Yeah,
And
it was
before we
crazy.
started doing the battles, I was like, all right, you ready? 3, 2. He went, we don't do countdowns here, mate. we don't do countdowns here, bro. And I was like, oh, okay. And then it took him about 12 attempts to do the intro. And
Why didn't he do countdowns?
I don't know.
I feel like countdowns are beneficial for everyone involved.
He might have just wanted an action. I don't know. But he was like, no, we don't do countdowns right here, bro. And then he took about 12 to 15 takes to do the intro. And then when he finally nailed it, he was just like, smashed it. I was just like, who is this Ricky Gervais office character?
He's
Just
brilliant,
like,
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so Westwood Channel U times.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, basically. So we, there's a lot between then and New York, I think.
Did you
That was like after winning WRCs twice.
What's that?
Twice, isn't it?
What's that?
No, you've been in. Sorry, not winning, but you've been in both
Oh yeah, I
WRCs.
was in the 06 WRCs,
07.
which went terribly badly.
Yeah,
I was
with
like,
Truth in that.
No, yeah, with Truth and Ezra.
Yeah.
I came bottom out of all the teams.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so long. It was a disaster. I was so high.
Who were you teamed up with?
Coolez.
Oh yeah.
I actually did the first
him.
ever 2-on-2 battle with Coolez.
Oh yeah,
Me and
that's what
Coolez.
started the whole WRC.
Yeah, it was.
before
Yeah, so it
that.
was me and Coolez versus Respect BA and Stig
Classic.
in Soho. Yeah.
He used to come around my house and fall asleep on the couch, old Kool-Aid in Kingston. I
Oh,
was in
did he?
university. He'd be like, come over and he'd just go to sleep on the couch.
Yeah,
He's
crazy.
a weird don.
Yeah. He's got his own.
Tired guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a strange character, for sure.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh man.
But so
Yeah.
you failed. You failed.
Oh yeah,
Terrible.
we became rock
You
bottom.
failed.
You
went
went
off.
And that
Bottom
was
to the
the year,
top.
just before that, like Possessed and everyone was sort of bubbling up. So Possessed done like a few battles, and was just like there was this other like animal in the scene. Do you remember
Yeah.
what it was like?
Yeah.
It was like wow, this like this fucking he's just fucking battered everyone really
Yeah.
on his own. Yeah, he's absolutely incredible. Then boom, carried on, went through it, and then fast forward I guess another year.
Yeah.
Straight to 07, that was when we did it with
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to come around my house. He used to be the beatboxer,
Uh-huh.
Scudsy.
Yeah.
What? I used to beatbox.
Yeah.
He was
his
the
name was
beatboxer.
Scudsy.
It's Scudsy. He was the beatboxer, and the reason I know him is
Was he
I
right
used to
at
do physics A level with his brother. That's how I know him.
Okay.
So I used to. Corin was in my physics A level class, and he used to bring his little brother around to like these various little like hip hop events. And
His
stuff.
little brother being up.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And then he was well into it, sort of thing. And then he used to come around my house all the time. We used to start like ciphering like religiously, basically.
And that's how I met you
Yeah,
around that time.
exactly. Yeah,
You were
like
friends
that.
with her.
Yeah. And I just
so
met
that's-
him like
Because
you
you
guys
become
meet
friends
then?
on MySpace.
MySpace.
Oh,
Literally,
is it?
the reason because my dad just moved to Norwich.
Yeah.
Literally just moved there, and then I was like, obviously there was a MySpace scene between like UK
Yeah.
hip hop rappers,
was,
and
like,
we
he
all
was in
knew
the
each
top
other
8,
on
wasn't
MySpace.
Was
And
her
like,
in your top five friends? Was it top 5?
he eventually made the top 8, but at the
Oh.
start, we was just a random guy on Facebook,
Yeah.
and we were all making songs and that, and I was just like. So then I saw he was from Norwich, and I messaged him like, oh, when I get to Norwich, we should like link up, like write a track or something. He was like, yeah, I'm on it. We were both 16 at the time. I met her on MySpace, messaged him saying, my dad lives in Norwich, I'm going to be up there, do you want to link up, write some tracks or whatever? So I linked up with him. We were both 16 at the time. We were just like writing music, whatever, rapping, and then we just became friends basically from there.
Is
And
that
then
when he
he
started
introduced
rapping
me.
though? Because he wasn't rapping then, was he?
No, he was rapping then. He had a few tracks on his MySpace page,
Okay.
but I don't know if he was beatboxing before then or what the case,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
long
yeah.
he was rapping for.
Okay.
But when I met him, he was definitely He
That's so
was
weird.
rapping,
That's
and
the
then
things
he
alive,
obviously.
isn't
I've been watching you before from Jump Off because I was like
Yeah.
well into the battle rap scene.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's
I
kind of
was
like how we bonded as well. And he was
Wow.
like he knew Ark, and then I started going around to Ark's
Oh,
house,
man.
having
Yeah.
ciphers.
So
Yeah, do you
strange.
remember that house?
Yeah.
Yeah, fun times, man.
Yeah, I remember watching peripherally. So I was working night shift at an IT company, and I remember watching. And then obviously I went to university with Truth, and one time he was like, "You should come to this like night at Ipswich." And I went up to it at the Swan.
The rat exploitation sessions.
Yeah.
And you and Rowan walked in, and I was like, oh, "Fuck me!" Like to me, I was like gassed. And I think like at the time, Rowan thought that I wanted to start beef and got shook, and ended up like being like, "Oh, da da da." And I went up and talked to Sam, and I was like, "Oh, like, I'm a huge fan. Blah blah. I've been watching all the Jump Off stuff." But to me, like at that stage, you were like celebrities because
Yeah,
you,
wow,
like.
mate. Also now
YouTube
it's like
was
really,
way smaller.
yeah, there's loads of people now, right? It was only
Yeah.
there's only 15 of us.
But
like
it was this amazing thing that
10 of
popped
us.
out of nowhere. It didn't really like.
Yeah, it
Like,
was his own thing.
I'd
wasn't it?
watch battling growing up. Like my brother used to battle, and it was very much like you said, that freestyle stuff where he'd be like, "Oh, he thinks this guy's sick, but his waist is as big as this Nike tick," and all shit like that,
Yeah,
which is just
classic.
like
That was quite sick.
object. And, I've used it many times.
Okay.
Nice kid. It for however mad it was for me to see you guys after just seeing you on fucking Jump Off Players. How crazy did it feel, and what was the reaction that like people around you had going on to Channel U and then going to New York?
It was weird. Channel U is you started getting recognised everywhere you go. Like,
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, you're that guy from Channel U. You're that guy from literally everywhere. Like you couldn't like. Because there was nothing else for everyone to watch. So everyone that was in that scene, you sort of see people like look at you in a way. I mean, I would wonder what the reviews would be like if you could count like the amount of eyes that have watched something. It must have been high, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been really high.
Because
Imagine this as well. Before it was pre-YouTube, we used to download the battles. They used to be uploaded onto Jump Off's website, and then you download it, like a little MP4 file. Download it, and then you watch it like downloaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the WRCs it was used to get uploaded every week.
And then when the WRC started, that's when they started uploading it to their own player. Like they made their own player.
And people,
Yeah, I
I
remember.
don't think
Like,
people
that was quite revolutionary.
understand what the WRCs was like, just to put it in perspective of like what the days were like.
Yeah.
So you're doing. Everyone says, "Oh, I'm prepping for a battle in like 6 weeks." Listen, we did 8 battles back to back in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was minute and a half rounds, and you have to battle the same person twice.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just out of nowhere, right? Another round, overtime.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, you did that overtime.
Yeah, it was over.
I loved
another
overtime.
round.
Man. I loved overtime.
OT was sick.
Sick.
And then there was punchline rounds.
Then
as
there's
well.
punchline rounds.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like you're like, I've literally got nothing to say right now, but you just like.
Punchline, is that when you
Yeah,
was
it
allowed
was.
to like pull out your writtens and stuff?
No, punchline
no,
rounds
no.
like the very last round where you just go line for line.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. you're
Just
back to
one
that.
line. And they would go on for a while
Yeah.
sometimes, didn't it? It was crazy. Like that whole
Even my first battle was Sensor, and we went to punchline rounds. That was
Did
the
you?
last round.
Back to
Yeah.
the-
That was a classic battle.
like as you said, it was
In that underpass.
Yeah, in Norwich. Yeah.
so this mad thing just like exploded from nowhere. You're going over to New York.
Oh, yeah, so we won the World Rap Championships in 07.
England.
Yeah.
And it was quite contested between Dash and George and you guys.
Yeah, it
right?
was
Yeah,
close,
wow.
man.
I really
I
Yeah.
thought you lost for some reason.
I loved Dash
Yeah.
and George back in those times.
Yeah, they were amazing, man.
And like
it was tight.
you were sick, but I couldn't call it. I remember just how hype it was. Like that was one of the first
in the
UK
room was
classics.
crazy.
Yeah.
I bet.
Like it was.
Tense.
I think the reason I might have dropped one flip that sort of like edged it.
Yeah.
Like and on the day, like if you were just to, because you know at the end of it, but then you wouldn't like look at it like round for round. Like now
Yeah.
they judge a battle like it's 2-1 to this
Yeah.
person, but it's not really. It's like in the room, it's like who's the last person that said the best shit.
Yeah,
Like,
and any slip ups you fucked.
yeah, basically.
Was there like a prize that you won or anything?
Yeah, well, the grand prize in New York was $50,000.
Yeah.
Is that the one you won?
No, he won in England.
We
He
won.
won.
So in
Yeah,
flew out to
wait,
New
the
York,
50,000 one is the one where
in year
He
one,
flew out to New York
you
for
lost
the
in the
final.
semis or
in
something.
year
like that.
one, there was only England and America. Year two, they started doing Australia, Canada, 4 different states in America,
Yeah.
England. I think that was it.
There's eight
So
divisions.
the one you won, did you get a prize for that, or your prize was?
No.
The prize was to go to New York.
Yeah, the prize
Yeah, no,
for New York
we did get some money for
Yeah.
finishing like wherever it was like first prize got X. I can't remember what the breakdown was, but we got a little bit anyway. So yeah, so they had 8 divisions and they flew all the people from eight divisions,
Right, sick.
and then they did a knockout tournament there.
This is the £50,000 one.
Yeah, then because they took the winners from Houston, which was I think was Hollow the Don was in it. For example.
The franchise was in it.
Organic was in the Toronto division.
Yeah.
Disaster was in it.
Yeah, Organic. Have you not seen Organic 2 and 2?
Disaster was in the New
Organic
York
was
one.
nameless. Organic got benched for touching. You get penalties, so for touching, he got penaltied, and then Nameless had to go on his own. And I remember him doing the fly kick.
Nameless. Cyanide.
What?
No,
Nameless.
Disaster.
Organic got
penalised and got benched.
Yeah.
He got put in the sin bin.
So it's a one.
And Nameless does like a crane.
I'm the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Was it? I'm Mr. Miyagi
Oh
Kid.
yeah, you
or
have to
something.
find that.
Oh man, I'll cut that in.
if you
Maddles and D-Rex team.
Dumbfounded was in there. Ilmachosaurus.
Bro, have you watched the jump off?
Yeah, it was
Bro.
crazy.
I think I've seen like.
Oh, you know who the best was?
Yeah.
Franco.
Oh, Franco, yeah.
Franco.
Franco.
The best.
Do you remember that battle?
Oh,
where,
Frank
what
Stack
was it?
was
He
in
bought
there.
Franco.
when he what was it, County Hall or whoever he battled, he punched him and he just carries on.
Yeah.
It's like
But he
proper.
don't get penalised.
No,
That was a
in
freestyle
WRCs.
battle.
That was in WRCs. That was
Yeah.
on mic, and then he literally missed a
This-
thing, and then he carried on rapping
This
after.
dude hits him so hard and he
Yeah.
carries on rapping.
What? Well, the guy who got hit carries on rapping.
Yeah.
No. Franco carried
Yeah,
on
yeah,
after he
County
got hit.
whatever
He
smacks him.
kind of dodges it though.
Oh, it looks like a big hit.
It looks like a big.
You should
spot,
watch
man.
it. He's like, we got splashes.
Yeah,
We got
yeah.
splashes.
It's back in the like Matt Hufferton Dolly to a stadium day. It's fucking.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so who else was in it? Yeah, so Hollow.
There's some other big names in it, I think.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Obviously, Thesaurus Illman.
FLO, Dumbfounded, Lush One,
No Can Do.
No Can Do was in it.
Yeah,
Who's
the,
an absolute
Lush
legend.
One was in it.
Oh man, No Can
Lush
Do.
One.
You should know No Can Do.
Satire.
Satire and
Yeah.
Dumbfounded.
Maddill's Parable.
The maddest is that Hollow the Don was in it, but no one he was not noticeable.
360. The
360
Prime and
and
Houston
Purpose.
was like the division, the least watched division.
My favourite dude was Prime. The
Prime's
guy
my
who's like,
favourite.
Prime and Purpose were
you
amazing.
took 9 shots like 50, but it flied from a sticky.
Prime's an amazing. He makes amazing music.
No,
You know.
Purpose
Amazing
does,
music.
does Prime still make music?
Prime makes
Purpose.
amazing music.
You see about Purpose.
Purpose was in
But he was
Oh,
in
yeah, he
WRCs
did, yeah,
with a dude
yeah.
called Prime, who was
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
amazing.
Purpose. I made songs with Purpose as well.
Purpose is great.
360.
They also made tracks with Chopper Reed. Do you remember
Yeah.
Chopper?
Did they?
The
Yeah, he
literal
released
side,
a
yeah.
rap album and
Yeah.
Maestro
Necro
was on
produced it. Yeah.
Necro
Sonny
produced-
Jim was on it as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did
Yeah,
it?
people-
You know who Chopper Reed is?
He's-
Do
you know who he is?
Sonny Jim done some
He's
battles.
he's an
he's a
Australian
serial
gangster who like cut his own ears off, so he did like people were after him in prison, and so he got put in solitary and no one could fuck with him. He cut his own ears off.
There's a film about him called Chopper.
Oh,
He's a
you watched
How
that?
mad
did
man.
that help people not fucking with him?
Because it put him in solitary.
Oh right,
Yeah, she-
okay.
He cut his own ears off.
Cut his own ears.
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
There's a joke spit in the
Mad
film
guy.
when he's getting juked up by the student. He's like, Jimmy, if you keep stabbing me, I'm gonna fucking die, mate. It's too early for Kung Fu, Jimmy.
Wouldn't one ear be enough? Do you think? But he was like, you know what?
Nah, bro, Chopper was crazy.
Yeah.
But he ended up doing a rap album with Anecdote, Maestro,
Crazy.
Purpose.
It was a crazy time.
That's a wild
So what, he made a rap album after that or before?
Yeah.
that?
Chopper
after
made it
all
after
that.
that. Chopper
He was
became
like
like
a
famous like book writer. He became a bit of a Robin Hood character in Australia.
Was it obviously the film that came out? That's how I found out about him.
Yeah.
the
Jump
film
Off
that
had
came
a
out was
crazy
huge.
alumni though. Like even from the other battles, they had like Asher D.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah.
Stick of the Dumb battled Asher D.
JME.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a movie
Mr.
about
Hudson.
that,
Do you remember Mr. Hudson? He made that
Mm.
Forever Young.
Yeah.
song.
Why?
Yeah.
Hudson.
Professor
What about
Green.
him? He was battle
No,
rapping.
he was doing he did a producer battle for them.
No way.
Do you know I used to be in a crew with the Milky Bar Kid?
Oh, that's hilarious.
So-
What's his real name?
But
I never
ASK.
knew that.
But yeah.
Okay.
ASK.
Yeah.
But like I used to so I
That
was-
was, Professor Green battled a guy and he goes,
Yeah, Pro Green.
"You
obviously,
battling me?
the
That's some
biggest
real
one.
hard shit. How they got me battling the
the
Milky Bar Kid?"
So I was in a crew with like 4 other people in my area. A producer who's now called Hodge, who's quite a big house producer in
Like
Bristol.
you're in a crew with Chalk.
Righteous. Chalk was not, but Chalk came from
Kid from
studio.
Kent.
The whitest names though. Chalk, Milky Bar
Chalk was the
Kid.
one.
No, but
Yeah,
it's,
that wasn't his name. That's
It's-
what Professor Green called it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
ASK.
It's a diss,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Righteous, he was really good. I think he used to knock around. He was like the one who was actually really good. Dude called Kinpin and ASK, but we always used to write tracks together and make stuff.
It's
Randomly.
mad how it's all linked, isn't it?
Yeah, but that was like what linked me to battle rap in a way.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
all my friends doing it. I saw Jump Off through the fact that this kid that I knew ended
Oh,
up
that's-
like
yeah.
becoming an internet meme and getting
That's so
gunned
funny.
and being part of Pro Green's like career up.
But that was mad that day. So on the in Freddie, speak to it as well in New York. Like who was like the host in it? It was Craig G was hosting.
Yeah.
If you know who Craig G is.
Was you there?
Yeah.
You went
Yeah,
out?
I flew out there. You
videos,
can see
yeah.
me. WRCs 07, I was in the back. New York finals, I was in the back.
So what, you was there just like.
I flew out just as because obviously like they were flying out, and then me and Miles.
So you kind of went out as like a team type thing.
Was Possessed with you?
No, it was just me and Measle. We flew out and obviously they were battling to come support them and just have like a trip to New York.
Sick, okay,
And
okay.
yeah, it was sick. It was sick times. That was honestly amazing.
So the event was fucked. Obviously, the tapes get stolen.
Yeah, that put a massive like downer
that was
on
really
the whole
crazy.
event.
Was it obvious at the time that it happened?
Yeah, because if someone came on saying that some of the tapes
Yeah.
were stolen. Yeah.
What do you mean the tapes? The tapes of the battles?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
do you
used to film on these little DV tapes, right? And then they must have been keeping the tapes in the corner, and then the tapes got stolen. Like I think there was a bit of a
For the 50,000 tournament?
Yeah.
The legend and what has been somewhat opened up to nowadays is that Marv took the tapes.
I think it was his manager or something like that.
Marv
Yeah,
won.
Marv won,
Yeah, so they stole the tapes.
For
Fuck
what
the whole
reason?
competition because
I think
judging
they like nearly like lost. There was a controversial decision in their battle versus
Saurus and Ilmac?
Ilmac and Saurus.
he had a sick bar which was like, "You look like a dog, put its head out the door, window during vigorous weather."
Quest.
Yeah,
Quest,
Quest,
yeah.
It sounds like Quest.
I think he might have
Oh
said
my
it to
god,
all
so
of
they
them.
were back then.
This was huge controversy
Yeah,
at the time.
huge.
So
So
Marv and Quest were obviously in the Detroit division.
So suddenly they're releasing the battles and they have to be like only have B cam. And
Yeah.
like they miss like whole
The
sections
whole round.
of the battle.
We
Loads
lost
of whole battles got lost.
Yeah, we lost the whole
Yeah.
our whole third battle versus Franchise and Zilly. They've only got the interview afterwards.
Yeah.
It's
And
crazy,
then
and we smoked that as well.
What happened? I mean, I don't know much about it. From in my head is that you lost in the semi-final, and there was some sort of controversy, and and there was a video of you and Earl's going mad or something.
Yeah,
like that.
so that was Frankie Waps and Jace Juice.
Oh, man.
And basically what happened was they the judges just voted for them to win, but
Just
which was
super
why.
overtime.
Why?
bias.
They were given. Well, you could see it. You know, everyone can make their own
You
mind
look
up.
like a bald eagle, fuck the Tom Seagull. It was just so stupid.
it was.
Everything was dumb.
Yeah, and I think it was just because they were like, for me anyway, they were like from New York, and we had these like dodgy accents that they weren't maybe used to, and they basically voted for them, and then Jump Off kept pushing it, saying like, "Are you sure you think they won?" Like,
Oh really?
yeah, are you sure you think they won? And then they pushed it to another round for us because they tried to vote us out before the overtime, and then they were like, "No, you know, the New York team won," and Jump Off were proper pushing for us, which is weird. Because when Rowan come back saying, "Oh, it was,"
Hey, babes. You doing your bit? What's your issues this time?
Sorry to interrupt your VIP.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Here we go.
yeah,
Give me
yeah.
shit already.
Very important.
My favourite one was
What's
when
the worst thing about living with Bagnall, by the way?
we've had this
we
from both
talked
my
about laundry,
ex-flatmates.
the amount of laundry that gets done.
Apparently I do too much laundry and I leave laundry everywhere.
There is a very hectic laundry.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's good. You get
Confirmed.
my laundry too.
Yeah, I have to do.
that's
I do
not
have laundry.
It's getting better.
My favourite bar you had was to Zilly and Franchise when you're like, look at his t-shirt. C sees what the letters state, but just like an email, you need to be sent to a different place or
So
something.
picture states different
Yeah,
place.
there
If
you
you're
go.
going to be pedantic about the multis.
I remembered it. I remembered it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, thank you. I like that one.
But yeah, so all of this like madness happens.
What?
That was your one.
Yeah.
Freestyles from back in the day. I remember shit.
That was definitely one.
Yeah, there was mad freestyles back in the day. There was some like I was like cussing his watch out, and he was like showing his watch off in the camera, and I was like, yeah, but his hairy arms cover it up. At that moment, you just get a buzz off those like freestyle moments.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like instant. Like you want.
Yeah.
You're
you
like,
know,
when he said you're a bald eagle, and you're like, I'm a bald eagle, that's why I'm your country's mascot.
Yeah.
Flips, like,
Yeah,
flips.
that's all you could do is flips
Yeah,
then because
yeah.
it was like you couldn't.
You had to
You can't write.
prove that you were.
Yeah, in those battles we had to battle everyone 3 times. Like, So
Yeah.
if it went one round to them, if it was knockout, one round to them, one round to us, there was another round like straight away. It's like
Just got to think.
Yeah,
You're looking for things to say.
yeah,
So
you're looking
you've
for
got
things to say. You
feed
think,
off-
oh, look at your watch, look at
Yeah.
your t-shirt
Yeah.
or whatever it was, right? But anyway, so they said, oh, that New York won.
Did
for
they win the whole
example.
tournament then?
No.
No, Saurus and Ilmac.
Saurus
But the
won
weird
that
thing
one.
is like that happened, and then the tapes got stolen, and then like the energy got sucked out of the room. Like there was a controversial decision, all this kind of stuff, and then the tapes got stolen.
Yeah.
Then they had the final, which
So
was
you know
like
the
really.
tapes got stolen during the event.
Yeah.
Everyone.
yeah.
They was basically we've
The way they
lost the
fucked up
tapes.
is publicly saying that at the event. They should have. Like, I know that would have been stressful for them, but obviously then that's fucked everything. It would have been impossible not to be stressed by it, obviously.
So
Well, they're thinking we've got a. Yeah,
But someone knows
How do we get the money?
Does anyone?
They think-
I think
yeah,
it was
they
more
think
like
they-
where are the tapes?
Yeah, they were like,
know
does
where
anyone
they
know
are?
anything? Yeah.
has
Yeah.
Marvel like admitted to it then, or allegedly?
Pretty much.
I think
Yeah,
he
yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah.
I think
I
he
mean,
did,
they made a
didn't
joke about it in the
Well-
Shuffle Marlow battle. It's
Oh.
like been spoken about in a couple of places, and it finally kind of came out. And the crazy thing is, I'm surprised. I think did Ara say that people tried to like ransom them to talk to them, or
Yeah.
they got a phone call randomly.
Oh,
I heard
Anyway,
about
anyway,
it.
I don't know
Doesn't
about that.
matter.
It's
Yeah,
in the,
allegedly.
that's in the documentary,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
War of Words documentary.
Yeah, Ara talks about it in that.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. I'm not dropping anything that's not public.
No, I just don't. I've heard that.
Yeah.
But so this all ends up. There's the meme moment that happens with Rowan and stuff like that, and then you end up.
Because it was so funny because it was just completely the wrong way round.
Yeah.
He was like, jump off, trying to fuck us over. I was like, they're trying to help us.
Yeah.
This moment, fuck them. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he just got the wrong end of the stick and got got
Just bad.
involved in the moment. Yeah, it was a bit of a
50
like.
bags is a lot of money, man.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
man. It was.
Life
was a lot.
changing.
The pressure was on, yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, it probably came from beatboxing background. This is his first thing. He's made it to the final of a huge competition
Yeah.
in New York, and the amount of hype. I remember you saying to me, you got there and like you're in the back of like a limo or a big car, and you've
Yeah,
got your battles on
We
the
got
screens.
out of the so we got out. So when we flew into Newark Station in Jersey, and then as we got there, they put us in this big like you know those, I don't know how to call it, like those big like people wagon things.
Like
And
SUV.
Yeah, like SUV
Right, yeah,
thing.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, normally there's like rows of seats, like a minibus. There wasn't. There was like 2 seats, or like
Just
revolving.
bare space.
Yeah, no, just like 2 armchairs in the back, like swivel armchairs,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they had a big screen. They were filming us
Oh,
in
sick.
the thing, and they had the they were showing our battles and doing like interviews as we landed and stuff. It's like how is it to be there?
Felt like a little
And that,
celebrity.
it was crazy. Then we got to the hotel, and then Marv and Quest were in the lobby. I remember seeing Kid Twist.
Just all that bit of tapes in the back there.
No, well that's
Before
before the battles,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So then we went. I think we went out. Then we go out in New
Yeah,
York. to
walking
Times
around
Square.
Times Square,
We
yeah,
went
with Kid Twist and
Poe Rich.
Poe Rich, yeah.
Yeah, Kid
Oh,
Twist
so they
and Poe
were right
Rich.
there as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were in
They-
WRCs.
they won the
They won the
smaller
Canada
division.
division.
Yeah.
They won the
Okay.
Canada.
And they both
Poe
went on
Rich.
to be King of the Dot champions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, so I mean, so this tournament, this kills jump off, right? The controversy and everything
really?
else. It like they had
Just
such big
bad
momentum,
reputation
and
for them.
it's not that it killed jump off. I think it probably put them off. I can't speak for them again. It probably put them off trying to do another tournament.
Right.
But
They were
suddenly,
going to do
They were going to do
2008
it,
one.
and I was
Yeah.
going to be in it. And I went to the qualifiers, and then there was no one for me to battle.
I was talking to
Oh,
Truth
really?
about
Yeah.
teaming up
No
with
one
Truth.
wanted that
Well,
smoke.
Well, there was
Yeah.
no one there. I was the only person that turned up.
So back then, I wanted to battle, and that was why I was involved. And I was talking to Truth because I went to uni with him about teaming up with him for the 2008s. So there was a point
Okay.
where I was going to go to
Do
the
you know who
same
my
team.
partner was going to be?
Who?
Professor Green.
Man.
Shut
Yeah, yeah, but that was just before he made the song with Lily Allen.
Yeah.
Then he made that song with Lily Allen. It
Yeah.
was just
Clear.
like, see you later.
That's
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Sam who?
Yeah, he was. He's
But
alright.
it's mad. So suddenly, like, obviously, I'm talking from an outsider watching everything, but everyone suddenly knows that there is external people. Everyone knows about all these battlers that no one knew about before, and they all know about each other. And kind of parallel to this is Pat Stay battling in
Elements League.
in the Elements League and doing written. And
I didn't
D-Rec
know as much. I didn't know as much.
So-
Yeah, I found out about
so-
that afterwards.
So D-Rec sees Pat Stay on the Element League.
I
and
watched
it's
some
like,
of those back actually.
this is
recently,
crazy.
Yeah,
And
that
suddenly
was inspired Grind
all
Time.
of these like leaders who are in Jump Off, Organic, Lush One, Mad
D-Rex.
Hills, Direct, Rowan, all start their own leagues. Everyone who was in that competition ended up starting their own leagues.
Yeah.
Obviously URL was separate, but that URL kind of saw what everyone else was doing and then moved from Smack DVD and copied
Grind Time
the
and all
writing
that stuff.
format.
Yeah.
But like Pat's thing was like the first thing that was kind of openly accepted written. It was blasphemous. to do
Smack,
it.
Smack was written though.
Yeah, Smack.
Yeah. But
Right.
it wasn't seen in the same thing. I
Well,
don't
Pat Stay
think.
had his own league.
He was in a league called Elements.
It was
Yeah.
almost a separate thing
It's
going
sort
on
of
there.
like street battles, but like written street battles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was kind
Yeah.
of like taboo at the time. Like when we first started doing it, like what Don't Flop, and what all of us lot did that no one else had done was bring in written rap battling to the forefront instead of it being freestyles.
Was there like a conversation? I mean, I maybe have to ask them, but was there a conversation? It was like, right, we've just fucking everyone's writing anyway. Let's just make it full on written.
I can get D-Rec to speak on it. I will get D-Rec
because it was the
even when we started Don't Flop, it was like half written, half
freestyle.
Because it was like, even though when I was battling Sensor, I think I might have said something about that was all written. It was written, but then I remember even dissing him for like writing or something like that. It was like, it was kind of weird where it was like half. Like you were pretending it was freestyle even though it wasn't, and then you were still right. It was weird, I don't know, but I think even back then when I started, it was kind of like I didn't want my stuff to sound too written. I wanted it to sound a little bit freestyle here and there.
Yeah. Oh, no King of the Dot. But yeah, suddenly all these leagues start, and there was only, I think, Don't Flop, King of the Dot, and Grind Time all kind of start basically around the same time, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
We were definitely, when we started Don't Flop, it was definitely like influence from when Grind Time started.
Yeah.
But also, obviously, Jump Off was the biggest influence.
Yeah.
But 100% I remember watching the Grind Time battles and then us getting like a...
And Grind Time was hilarious. There was so much weird stuff going on. People pulling out guns in battles. Absurd versus whatever his name is for like a career-ending battle.
Yeah.
They just follow him out of the venue. It's one that... What was his name? That weird skinny...
When they battled for their name?
When they battled for the title. No, there's Absurd versus Absurd, which was the Florida dude versus the guy from Cali.
And the loser had to like leave the league, like officially. Like,
and this battle was crazy.
There was this dude called Little 8th Ave, and he pulled out a gun mid battle, like super weird, like the old school stuff.
Yeah.
Like when Surgeon General was battling, like Dirtbag Dan versus Surgeon General, like Madness versus Thesaurus, super early.
Because Iron Solomon was writing battles from before, right?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, even after Spin the Mic, when Thesaurus just like literally come off stage like battling like 20 people in one night, and it was like, hey, do you want to battle Iron Solomon? Iron Solomon was like, right, I got 3 rounds for you, ready to go out. Thesaurus is there like, ho ho ho, trying to like pull out these random.
They used to call it pre-meds.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd do if someone pulled out a gun and I'll shit my pants.
Man, go against whispers, like people pulling out knives.
I was gonna say, even like, I thought you dealt with that so well, man. Like, like I mean, I think you kind of, you're not gonna get stabbed, but at the same time, like, you still will keep some composure.
100%. The weirdest thing about Material is he clearly meant to have.
He was
a knife
amazing
out the whole time.
He was an amazing rapper though. That was my first time seeing him. He was sick.
He was really good.
His delivery on the day was fucking crazy. That unanimous performance as well was one of the most slept on performances.
Oh, that's one of his best performances.
I agree.
He was like
in a long time.
He was unbelievable.
He's like Whispers had a K-Shine kind of performance, like really, really compelling and really like.
That battle was so energetic in the room.
Arteta.
That was nice. But the flip was the best flip you could have done. You brought a knife to a gunfight.
That was
perfect.
I don't like all the pushing shit though, man.
I don't like pushing shit.
Yeah,
I just fucking hate it.
I hate it, mate.
Yeah.
It's just lame, man. What are you trying to do? It's
pocket tapping and all that as well.
Pocket tapping's kind of funny. I think it's done in an alright way, but
it's been rinsed though.
But you know what? I feel like if that's your thing, then do it.
The first guy who did it, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can't remember, is it Shotgun Show?
Arsenal?
Shotgun Show. Was it?
He started
it. Arsenal who did it.
Was it? But
Shotgun
Show does
the
dunks, right?
Wasn't
it?
I
think Shotgun Show.
Arsenal did it against Awkwards.
Yeah, but I think
Shotgun Show didn't exist back then.
I'll have to check it out.
Anyway, long story short is don't copy other people and just do what they just do your own stuff, man.
Yeah, none of this.
No,
we don't want to see this.
We don't want to see it.
I didn't want to slow down momentum.
This shoulder barging thing as well. Like, what is wrong with you?
I didn't want to say it because we did mention it, and I don't think we should just like not mention it. But we did bring up Pat Stay.
Yeah.
We did say that he's almost started. You were saying.
He inspired written rap.
It was a big influence.
Well, it wouldn't exist.
Yeah. I mean, there's like obviously rest in peace. We lost Pat Stay, which is like a huge loss. And to be honest with you, it's not something that I want to kind of freestyle my words around. So, but I do feel like we should bring it up quickly.
Yeah.
I feel like we must all have a Pat Stay story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. And like even like I mean, not like it doesn't matter, but like you see Eminem did the video recently. It's just like it's so sad that like he probably didn't realize what an impact he has. Like you don't really realize like what an impact you have sometimes, you know. And
Yeah.
like, it's a shame that he didn't get to see that, you know. But
But
it just goes
He
to
was the
show-
best, man. Like, but honestly, he's always been my
Yeah, he was.
favourite battle rapper. I've always said that he's
I've
number
always
one.
loved
battle
yeah,
rapper.
definitely.
And then like even through this, I just learned that he was also everyone else's favourite.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
it's, like you said everyone has a story, right? And it's good that because you're seeing online, like everyone is sharing these great stories, and not
Yeah.
only like he was like a friendly giant, man, and like I mean, I'll share Michael was nothing special, but you know, like when I went out there twice to Canada, and I was no one, you know,
Yeah.
and just this huge guy, biggest guy in battle rap, he's this big aura, you know, and it just made me feel so welcome. I'll never forget, man. Like he just, you know, I was in a hotel. Yo, Quill, come up to my room, man. So I went up with Sharon as well, and one of Pat's friends, and we just spent the whole fucking night making dick jokes and laughing. And a lot of these, I know he's Canadian, but a lot of these like American battlers and that, they're kind of uncomfortable making like them jokes, and it's just he had like almost like a British humor as well.
Yeah.
Man. It's just. I felt so at home, you know, like just like being in his room, like this is Pat Stay, someone who's I idolize, and you know, and it just said to me, yo, come to my room, man, and we just made jokes, and for me that was so beautiful, and like I can take a lesson from that, you know, to be when other people come over.
It's just
you know?
it's just infectious, man. Just like knew how to break the ice in any room, and knew how to make you feel comfortable by making you feel extremely uncomfortable. Would just like bust a joke that would just like be so outrageous, it just cut through everything. I think I met him first coming up a lift, and Head Ice was there, and Head Ice was like, "What up, Wolf?" and hugged me, and I was like, "That's
He
a
called
thing."
you Wolf.
He called me Wolf.
He's another one who's a top
was
big
like,
guy,
whoa.
but he's a lovely person at the same time, like a scary
And
guy.
then Head
but at
Ice
the
was
same time
like,
he's well nice.
"Yo, this Pat guy is huge," and I looked to the right, and he's just this massive tower of
Oh, his
man.
arms are like.
He's huge.
Oh, he's big. He's
like,
big dog.
like
But it's just
double the
amazing.
legs.
I mean, I was lucky enough to shoot him versus Disaster, and I was lucky enough to shoot him versus Head Ice, and him versus Tony D, obviously. I don't know, it's one of those that I feel like everyone's got a like story and everyone's got close, and I feel bad that maybe I didn't know him as well or reach out as much as I do with other people, but just like it'd be impossible not to say what a massive impact he had on all of us and our scene and on everything that we've done.
Just how amazing he was as well, right?
Yeah, just good, very, very, very good,
Yeah.
salty life human being.
I met him at Ministry. I've only met him like twice, like fleetingly. Met him at Ministry when he was battling Hollow.
Yeah.
And was it Battle of the Brave or something?
Yeah.
And then I was leaving. I was leaving because it just got late, and the whole event was just taking long. So I was like, I'm going to go. And Pat must have been outside practicing his part. I was like, yo, Ark, I need you to come and watch me battle, man. I'm like, oh, all right, here we go. So we went back in. He was just so like warm, and then I saw him in Leeds. So I was like, I need you to come watch me battle. And he cut.
Hey,
Oh, it's all right.
Let me
It's quite-
pause.
it's quite
Let me
funny.
pause. But yeah, like I think you'd be, you know, part of the denim of the scene, amazing character, and I think like has been someone that's seen it through again, who's just gone through every iteration. What is your observation on like where battle rap currently is? I guess as someone who's dipped in and dipped out, what made you come back? What's like piqued your interest again?
I don't know. I just think it's probably because it's been part of me for most of my life, I suppose. Now,
Get the itch.
yeah, you just get the itch and you see it, and I don't know. You just see a few good battles, and you think, oh, I want to get involved, sort of thing.
Someone asked an interesting question. I think they said, okay, it's like they're saying like, oh, because you've been in all the eras of battling, like, what is your favourite crowd throughout the era that you've had? I don't know if you're able to answer that, or
What's that?
like, what's your favourite crowd that you've had throughout?
Ministry.
Yeah.
Ministry.
What about Sensor?
2013.
That
2012, 2013 was different.
Yeah, that was later than that, wasn't it?
No, that was 2013.
2013.
Yeah, Ministry. 2012, that was the heyday.
Ministry
Yeah, that's
was
when I battled Conceited as well.
it was like,
Favourite battle I've ever done.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so
It was crazy. It
and
was
the crowd
different.
for Cruger against Conceited was insane. I remember like we couldn't even start the battle, I think, because it was just Cruger.
Yeah.
That gassed me out.
I honestly
Did it? Yeah. Oh,
was that the same event as the Conceited battle? Was that?
No, that was the event after, because I think my one was Checkpoint, and then
Yeah.
we did Verdict after that.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Verdict. I battled on Verdict.
It felt like
No, you weren't. That wasn't Verdict.
Yeah, you battled. Yeah,
It was.
Verdict. Yeah.
it felt
Who
like
did you battle?
It was meant to be
Verdict?
Tony versus
battled
Shotty, and then
Dirty
Yeah.
Harry.
yeah.
Do you remember that guy?
Yeah, I
Some
remember that, yeah.
Canadian Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry.
It felt like
I
at
don't
that
know.
time we were like moments away from something just absolutely
Yeah.
mental happening. Suddenly getting
Well,
on
lost
like
soul.
Outlook Festival, Reading Festival. Like me and Fred wrote, directed, produced, and created a Channel 4 series that's still on Channel 4 to this day. with it, suddenly like all of these mad things were happening. Went to America and they made a documentary about us, that Netflix team, and it was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was mad.
Such a mad time. Such a mad time.
Great memories.
That time was the best.
Some of the greatest memories of my life.
Yeah, I mean, it's mad that I've known you, man, for 12. Maybe I met you guys 14 years ago, but I've known you probably for 11, 12. But yeah, it's been a fucking journey. Do you reckon you're around to stay?
Are you
retired now?
What's that?
Are you retired?
It's better than
Not at the moment.
Koj in like a month.
Oh, okay.
And you're going on Sounds Like?
I'm going on Sounds Like on
Sounds
the
Live.
16th of October.
Live show.
I think I'm at 2 o'clock. Get your tickets now from the link below.
I'm there. You're there. You're there. You're there.
We're all there.
We're all there.
We're all
There
there.
can only be one winner.
I don't know if that's how it is. Is that how it works?
Well,
I don't know.
I'm judging.
I'm trying to make it competitive.
Well, I like your clothes.
Cool. Me and you probably going to be battling, it sounds like. So
Your clothes are shit.
thank you. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like your clothes as well. They look like
Oh, that's slander. Look. I got given that jacket, and it just happens to be the same jacket you've got.
Exactly.
We'll coordinate when we wear them.
But what about the jacket before that you saw of mine that you liked? So
It's a
thought,
Stussy
I'm gonna
collab.
get
It's
this
a Stussy collab that I saw her in fucking Atlanta. It might have been
identical.
all right,
Is it Stussy or Stussy?
Stussy.
I say Stussy.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The big question is: it Stussy or is it Stussy? Write it down below. It will say the
Is
same
that
thing.
the
It's the
same?
same thing either way. Either way, it's the same thing. Stussy or Stussy? Just let us know.
I did have one. Let me see. I did want to ask you before we move on. Yeah. Because it goes back to what we were saying about Stig. If Stig still pursued written battles through the birth of Don't Flop, what was his ceiling?
What?
Oh, Stig of the Dump did. I think
Yeah.
Stig was sick. I know you had beef with him, but I thought he was.
Oh, yeah,
so
beef with him.
Yeah.
I was Aggie back in the day, man.
Yeah, he was a naughty kid.
Yeah, I was just Aggie with everyone, but he was Aggie as well, and that maybe didn't work. So yeah, exactly. So, is that the question for me? What is Stig's?
I know, it was just for throwing it out there.
I think
What was the question?
what was his ceiling with Embarrass? I think he'd
Ceiling?
been. Yeah, so how high
Oh,
he was.
yeah, he would have been
He'd been
He
one of
had
the
enough
best.
like natural charisma, and he was a
Yeah,
he was like a he was a character.
Do you know?
He
so,
was loud.
do you know
really
He was
loud.
his projection was
crazy,
loud,
yeah.
crazy. People don't really know about projection because you really had to project back in the day, like to make an
now we've got
impact.
mics
Like,
and stuff.
Do you
so
know?
we don't
Do you know
have
who
as
was
much.
great that like only did one battle? Sonny Jim.
yeah.
Fuck, these names were terrible, man.
Sonny
Jim's
Sonny
bro.
Jim, what's
But
his
Sonny
phone?
Jim's big now. He makes music.
Does be
His
that to
music's
Sonny
Is he
Jim.
UK hip
Yeah,
hop?
but the name, Sonny
He's
Jim.
No, but
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a UK hip hop legend.
Yeah, I'm
he
not saying
he
he
just
was
dropped an
shit, I'm
album
just
with
saying,
like,
he-
did you
he-
hear his album?
like-
He dropped?
Yeah, it's
MTV,
amazing. I
like-
listened to it.
Fucking cheddar pop.
He had this bar.
Cosine battle.
Close
Yeah.
great. But he had this bar. He had like, you look like you just had a bubble bath with a bunch of rugby match.
A bunch of rugby lads, yeah.
You had a bubble bath with a bunch of rugby lads. He's amazing. You would
Yeah.
love Sonny.
Cosine said
Legend.
to Stig, "You're so fat the council moved you into a bungalow."
Who said that?
Cosine said it to Stig. I think.
Oh shit!
I
Oh,
like
that
it.
was that. What was that tour like? The UK
That was
tour.
a UK tour, yeah. So
Yeah.
they took Stig and Mike Assassin all around the UK to battle, like freestyle battle everyone basically. And
Yeah.
they went to Ipswich, and it's me versus Stig.
Oh my god.
Just ignore her. She's fine.
Just get the hell
Oh,
out. I was
no,
like,
she's beefing.
no, she's.
Oh, she's sniffing your hair. She
Yeah,
just. She means she likes you.
Yeah, I hope.
She's gonna chew your hair. She's cool.
That's cool. That's cool. I need a little.
It means she
haircut.
likes you.
Yeah, as long as I don't get like a right hook to my eyeball. man.
No, she might grip onto your head, but it's
That's
all good.
alright, that's
She's
alright.
chilling. This is a new member of the podcast.
You
Buddy's
can
here.
insert your own punchline for this in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it
I'm
clean.
gonna keep the puss.
Keep
Okay.
it Would Ark ever be interested in going for the title?
No, I don't think so.
Oh god, you're chill, man.
Um,
No?
No, I think there's too much of an obligation that comes with it.
Yeah.
That I can't really. No, I don't think so.
You don't think you could beat Bizzo?
I think I could beat Bizzo if I wanted
Shots
You do it as an
fired.
exhibition match.
He went
Actually, you know
to.
what?
I don't know.
That would be a sick battle, you know,
It
because
would
you
be
don't
good.
have to go for
Yeah.
the title to battle, and that would be a good UK battle, Bizzo versus
I would like to
Biz-
see.
Briggs set up.
But he's a champ, mate. Bizzo, look, that Bizzo's.
I'd love to see.
I think I can beat anyone. Just FYI,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I can beat anyone.
And that's how it should
And I
be.
think you have to have that mentality before.
I'd love to see you
Yeah.
now versus Tony now. Like it was different back.
Oh
in
yeah, you guys saying that?
I like Tony.
Oh yeah, I feel like you're too cool with him now, whereas before.
Yeah, but it's a good battle just because it's two of the best writers and two of the best performers.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters. Like obviously, it probably does matter if you dislike someone. It's easier to write. But
I think there's something Ark and Kojo battles would be insane.
yeah, it'd be great.
That'd be good. Yeah.
It'd be really good.
I think that's really good.
I don't just battle people I dislike. 'Cause that's not criteria. Just if people I think I can write stuff for.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I wouldn't do it. I don't think I'd do that for. I couldn't write for Tony. I don't think.
Fair enough.
Anything on the
That'd
cards?
be a good battle.
Anything lined up?
We're about to start a documentary series.
We're gonna start a documentary series. I've got a battle lineup. It should be announced a couple of days after this drops.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sick.
Should I just say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, title match. So I'm going for the title
First Bizzo.
against Crofty.
That's not
That title.
That title.
Yeah. So. Yeah. These three will be there.
Doing a charity match.
Intercontinental title.
I'm going to go to the cup.
I was gonna be.
The Carabao Cup.
I was going to be beatboxing while I rap.
Oh no, that's wild.
So, yeah. Even the opponent is
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so I'll be Downflop champion in November. Get your tickets, Bristol.
There you go.
Bristol, November 12th. I want to say, but we're doing a documentary, so yeah, we're gonna do. So get in contact with us if you're. Oh, lost my words. It's going to be about mental health and battle rap, so it's going to be a really powerful piece.
I think what was missing, World Words documentary was amazing, but I think that was kind of like a profile on battle rap and kind of missed the human empathy aspect. And I think as people that have all grown up on YouTube and have accidentally found some sort of fame or notoriety, with that comes some mental health consequences, and we've got a few people that we're trying to do a bit of like a serious profile piece on mental health within battle rap that's also kind of a mirror on social media world. But we're starting work on that, I think, next week.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I'll put out a tweet there at the beginning of the year, and my idea initially, not saying that's my thing, but initially my idea was like, people's pressure in battle rap, your pressure to write for battles, etc. But then it got such a response, people DM me and everything saying, look, I've dealt with this while I'm having to battle, addiction or deaths or whatever, and it just, it opened everything up, man. And so yeah, if you are watching this, and you don't even have to be a battler, you could be a fan as well, I guess.
Yeah.
But
sometimes you need that relief as well,
Yeah, if you're willing to share your story, because we we are a big family here. Everyone's watching. I'll probably know you who's watching this at home now.
And the strength of sharing those stories can help other people, and I think it's just like an interesting way of looking at it. I think everyone. So we're starting that next week.
We're starting that next week, and it's we're gonna put our
busy boys.
hidden secrets and stuff on the table out there. So
busy boy at the moment.
We're busy.
Busy boys.
We're putting out.
Sounds like that's a wrap. Our own mental health documentary project. Actual events.
We didn't even say this is Kruger's second time on the show.
That's
the first. You're the first guest to have. I'm sure we're gonna see Kruger again as just part of the
nice
furniture.
example.
Bit of furniture, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit of furniture. So it's always lovely to have Kruger here. We do want to get on a goat before our time's up as well.
Yeah.
Because we know we've been joking.
But you got the new iPhone.
I've got the new iOS thing.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Quality content.
Nice.
Wow, you've got the beta version?
Have you got it? Or you can set your screen.
Man, listen, I've got an iPhone 10 and I won't update it because I'm worried about it dying.
Fair enough. What's our final bit before we talk about the new Apple launch?
Well, we're gonna call in Stephen Oshea.
Yes, man, you good? Yes, sir. What's that like?
All right, mate.
All right,
mate. Hey, Sam, stop doing that. What are you?
Yes, Osh. That's good.
How you doing, mate? How you doing? You all right?
You good? Yeah, I'm good, man. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I feel like you put him in the middle. What are you doing, Sam?
Stop holding Stephen O'Shea.
There we go.
You can't really see all of us. Shall I flip it side, or are we good like this for the recording?
He can hear us.
Yeah, you can hear us.
You're not just going to get in the little square then?
We love you, by the way. Thank you for joining us.
I love you guys.
How you doing, Osh? I heard you had a bit of a return.
Yeah, I'm going to come back and do a few more. I'm I want to go over to America again, so...
Yeah, talk that shit.
To America.
What league?
I've been offered like quite a few of them. Obviously not URL, but the other ones like...
yeah.
Why aren't URL calling you up?
What, sorry?
Why aren't URL calling you up, man?
They're fucking stupid, aren't they? They haven't watched enough of the video. I was like...
Great performance, by the way. I watched it, and it was you at your best again, if you don't mind me saying.
Do you know what? It was a strange one. Like,
It's fucking funny,
I was
mate.
that fucking nervous going into it. Like, I was meant to rap more, and then I end up slowing half the bars down because of the crowd reaction and all that. So, but I can't moan. Like, I'm made up that I was done to come back. Like, because I was shitting myself. Because I hadn't done it for about 2.5 years, 3 years. I was a little bit worried, but as soon as I got there, it was sound.
Shut it down. When you start hearing Oshea, 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 Oshea.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I was waiting on the intro music to come on, and people were chanting that you couldn't really hear the start of it. So just I love it, lad. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you two are probably one of the only two battlers that got your own little name charts going on, which is Cruger and Oshea.
What was it like to come back? Did you feel like, obviously cancel culture's become 100% a thing since you since in the 2.5 years that you've been gone?
Are you really sensitive about that?
Were you worried about what your material would be like? I've heard maybe not.
Not really. Obviously because I don't say anything too offensive without it being funny. Get away with laughing like
That's the trick.
Saying that stuff.
Yeah.
You just can't say it anymore, can you?
No, I'm going to bleep out of this episode. Cheers, Osh. I'm going to have to bleep that one out, Osh.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry, I won't say that again. I didn't say it in a bad way. I wasn't saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Say that shit anymore.
But did you feel like you had to be conscious of that in your material, or were you just like having fun with it?
Yeah, sort of. Because do you know what? Because I haven't been that heavy into watching battles. When the battle with Briggsy got confirmed, I watched quite a few of the newer ones, and I noticed nobody's saying anything that can really come across offensive. So I thought, do you know what I mean? They're not. They don't say that anymore. Like,
Yeah.
So I just thought,
This is my lane.
You know what I mean? Because I think that's why no one's watching it anymore.
Since we're on the topic of controversial bars, Osh, I hope you don't mind me asking, because for me, if I'm allowed to call myself an artist, there was one bar in particular that I really loved for many reasons. And our condolences we send to your loss, Osh. But you did bring up the loss of your father, and you said you had a bar about. I don't want to butcher it, but you said he passed away because he found out you was battling Briggsy. Right? Yeah. Now.
Do you know why I said that? Though? Do you know why I say it? Because I know my dad would have loved that shit.
Okay.
And my dad would be say that shit. You know what I mean? So.
Did he have
I spoke to my brothers about it, and they were like, "Yeah, of course."
He had a sense of humour like you.
I know my dad watched a lot of the stuff as well, you know what I mean? So I know he liked the funny shit.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah, because for me, it's
always coming with it.
It's one of these bars, like, it's hilarious, but at the same time, you feel an emotion. Yeah, shocking, and you feel an emotion. But because you're saying it, it's like you give permission to laugh. And although it's jokey, it's like, and you said he's okay with it, it must still not have been easy for you to do that, right?
That's Scouse humour though, right? Scouse humour is to like...
It's just one of them. And like, I know no one I know, none of my family will be offended by it.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is all that matters.
That's like the humour.
Yeah.
And I think they'll all find it funny, or found it funny if they've seen it already, you know what I mean?
I think,
not gonna lie though, I was still staring into the crowd, seeing if anyone was laughing too hard. That's funny.
It's like it embodies the vintage Oshea as well, in my opinion. It's
outrageous.
That's funny.
It's so good, man. Like the performance, man. It's good to have you back, Osh.
Like I said, I wasn't really that into it. But because I'd already scheduled one with Briggsy a couple of times, like what happened with my dad was when I was went to battle him, and I think coronavirus had the other one.
Yeah.
So it'd been a while, and I hadn't battled, so it went from like rapid to slowing down and getting more trying to be a bit more controversial, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So after I was watching other people's battles and realised no one was saying any of the like shit anymore, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm going to start calling people in this shit.
I love that you're thinking about that. You know, I think maybe, like you said, maybe that's missing now. Not necessarily that, but it's the thought process that you're thinking about what's missing. You know, whereas I think a lot of people just kind of follow, you know, what's popular.
Yeah, I was talking about it earlier though. One of the greatest like comedy devices that I think we've lost in like the modern day is like the art of ignorance. Like the reason that like Cartman is funny isn't because he's funny. You're laughing at him because he's ignorant. Basil Fawlty is funny because he's ignorant. Like there's a whole thing in satiring stupid opinions and like being the person that acts ignorant, and that's what's funny about it. And not like insulting you, but you use that comedy device quite a lot, right, Osh?
Yeah.
It's not a device, mate. It's him.
I think it's missing it, isn't it? It's like a lot of things are a bit. What I found a bit different, and I spoke to Ark about this as we were standing in the crowd because we hadn't battled yet, and we were standing next to each other, and we were just like, "Why are these so low? Why aren't they shouting? Why aren't they?"
We were like, I went and
We'll just get
complained.
out there and we'll kill this.
I mean, I went and saying like, oh, it's I can't hear anything. I went and said, oh, this room must be quiet because I can't like. And then the second you came on, I was like, oh right, maybe it's not the room. Yeah.
Yeah, it just I think people you know what? I'm not dissing anybody. Everybody basketball. Like I was bored shitless in the first.
Yes.
I was like, oh my god, what are you talking about? And then you hear like 8 people go, oh. And then I look around and I keep hard like that. Sit back. I didn't even know if they were fucking saying it. What do you mean? Let alone people reacting to it. Wasn't it a fucking thing? The door at the back in the first fucking 4 or 5 battles was louder than the fucking battles. I was the door. I'm turning around like the door. Oh yeah.
Oh, that is funny.
Osh is the guy.
Yeah, it was.
So
I'm glad we did well. You know, I think we turned up and fucking
100%.
took him to school, mate.
It was a bit of that whole old school versus new school
Yeah,
thing,
it was
even
like-
though we weren't against new school, you know what I mean? Though?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, you came up to me after the battle. Like, oh, glad we did well, mate. Just to fucking show him. Can't remember exactly how you said it. It was like we just
showed these
Yeah,
kids.
done.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see you
But
back.
I knew from before I went on that I was going to be sound, and I knew that's why I was talking to you about it before it. You could just tell we're going to be sound here.
Yeah.
The way it used to be, and the amount of people and the loudness, I just knew straight away that the performance aspect wasn't working with a lot of it,
Yeah.
even though it was just no one was loud enough.
Yeah. So we're gonna see you back, Osh.
Yeah, I'm going to do a few more.
And
Battling Norbert there on the left, Quill, innit?
I'm trying, man. If you let me, I want to.
Yeah, and do you know what? I actually did, when I look back on that message you sent when I sent the other night, I thought, I hope you hasn't took that serious.
No. I love you, man. I love you. Don't worry.
Oh shit, I look quite bad.
I can't remember what did you say. I don't know.
He was cussing you out before he called you. Now he's like, "Fuck."
He messaged me saying, when are we going to get this classic in? And I messaged him back saying, like, I can't put a classic on with you bell enders.
Did he screenshot of that?
I hope he hasn't took that serious. That's a joke, like, you know what I mean?
I'll put up the screenshot.
Send us the screenshot, that's funny.
Yeah. No, I love you, Osh, and it will be an honour if I get to. And you know what? Actually, when I think about it, though, it'll be hard to write for you because you're so jokey. It's like you don't want to be too barry, and then you don't want to try and match you with jokes. So I would have to really think how I'd approach battling you.
Osh.
We'll put a classic on
Put a
that.
bit of mud on
Classic
yourself,
on.
mate.
Huh? Put a bit of
bit of
mud
mud
on.
on yourself.
Yeah, I've been there.
I'm happy I got Osh on my resume, man.
Yeah, I
That's
think
a-
do you know-
that's a classic.
You got Osh on the resume,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, man. North
that
or
was-
South?
That was one of the
Original
best
North or
battles. Who do you want to go to a party with, me or Kruger?
That was Birmingham where the Kruger.
South? Yeah, Birmingham.
was, yeah.
Hosted by Sonny Jim.
It's it's Sunny Jim.
The red beard and all them were there, yeah, I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Boss days, great days.
You're one of them people now as well. Like everyone wants to battle you just to have you on there to say they've battled you. Now you're such a legend. You're a Hall of Famer, Osh.
Yeah,
I don't-
do you know what? Got that fucking photo right. right here. It was actually downstairs, but because I was coming on a podcast, I brought it up.
Let's see it, baby.
Flaunt it.
Oh, nice. So we'll hold it up. Let's get a proper look. Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Odd.
Yeah, well deserved as well.
That's amazing.
So, nice one.
Osh, I think we also, because you haven't managed to finish an episode of Sounds Like. You've been on twice. You've not necessarily finished. I think at some point we're going to have to get you to wander back in and actually go into a bar for bar. I think the people need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to. One of the times when we done that, you know, when I was wandering the parks and wandering the streets.
Yeah.
That was because I had murder with my beard and I'd been kicked out the house and I was meant to be on the Sound Like show. So on the show I'm saying, yeah, I'm just going to work, man. I'm on the streets for a couple of hours, lad.
They got flossy, man.
I'm drinking 4 cans under the tree in the local bar.
Couldn't have had it any other way.
Osh,
Classic Osh.
I can't tell you how much I love you. I've been you've been a very, very good friend to me since the start of seeing you battle, and I hope I get to see you battle again, man. I'm obviously off to Australia on November 8th, but I'll have to come back and see you battle again, man.
Is there a Premier Battles on the day of your thing when you're going?
Yeah.
In the day?
Yeah.
Ark's battling Kojo.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Come down and then we'll do the party and then head off. But all I don't know.
No, I'll go to the party over the Premier Battles. I was just thinking if it was in the day.
It'd be both, yeah. I think you're filming, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm filming.
It'll obviously be 2-3 days.
I'm filming Premier Battles, then I'm holding an after party afterwards. So we'll come to the after party afterwards.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try and sort the battle out for the day then, if it's on the same day.
There you go, Briggsy.
Premier Battles, you heard him.
Briggsy, say thanks.
I'll have a wave at Briggsy and see if I can sort one out.
Yeah, please do. Get Quill on that day.
I'll give you a 1 rounder.
Oshea vs Quill.
I'm batting the week after.
We battled together.
Let's go.
We battled together. The football battle, me, you.
Oh yeah, all 3 of us. We've had a 3-way battle, haven't we? Football bar.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've seen that on one of the Premier League footy forums not long ago.
Oh, add Briggsy to the call.
And it was all like footy fans who were like,
Add Briggsy to the call. Let's sort this out right now.
Oh, we're gonna
FaceTime?
No, we're good. All right, Osh, I can't wait. Hopefully you battle on November 5th. That's the last event I'm filming, so I'd love to film you. Get on it, please.
Let's get it arranged.
I'll definitely be on one of them before you go, Definitely.
Thanks, brother.
Definitely at your party as well, and that definitely 100%.
All right, love you, Osh. Thanks so much for jumping on.
Thank you. We love you again.
No worries, people. Thanks very much.
Hall of Fame, Oshea.
And I think with that, that's the episode.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Peace out. Thanks, boys. That was amazing.
Sick.
Sick.
Live. Sick.